We are with a deck profile on the channel of the Trollviathan666. This is the Constellars by our friend here, Logan Dunn, aka, what is it, Xenoblade or something like that? Xenos Blade. I don't know. Probably linked below. Probably not, if I have the time or care to. Either way, like I said, this is Constellars. It's, if you don't know what Constellars are, you probably haven't been playing the game very long. So, let's get to it.
Alright, well, with monsters, I would run 3 Pollux.
Put them this way. That way we can look at the motherfucker. So he's one of my favorite ones because I myself am a Gemini and he's got the, astronomical center for it.
And considering Pollux's effect, re-normal summon again, it'd be wise to run 3 costs in the deck.
Yes. His cost, if you don't know what he does, he level modulates. You get to use his effect twice and increase the level of any, increase or decrease of them. Yeah, pretty much. If you haven't played it against cost, then fucking you don't know what you're doing. That's okay.
2 Leonuses, because they let me normal summon again during either of my main phases.
Yeah. So they're pretty fucking brutal. They can make combos. It's a small Pollux.
Algedia, because when she's normal summon, I can special summon one card, one Constellar from my hand.
Helps the shock
Whether
lock.
it can be cost or anything else. 2 Sombre, but I'm proxying one right
this
now.
This is a Sombre. It's not a Birdhead. It's a Sombre. This bitch here. She's over here too. You don't see it though. And she's like the Kurkian or whatever the fuck you want to call it from the Evil Swarms. So there's her. She lets shit happen.
A lot of good shit happen.
Always.
2 Sheratons, because she's my search for the deck.
It's bullshit.
The Psyots are my
yeah, they level modulate basically. Yeah, they Cyber Dragon and they level modulate. It's bullshit because you can go Pollux, cost, and then once that one dude comes out that takes 3 level 5s to make, and you blow up like all your opponent's back row or something like that. Or no, your opponent mills 5 cards, and then your opponent, you destroy that many monsters equal, or that many cards they control equal the number of monsters. I don't know what he is. He takes 3 level 5, so this motherfucker will help bring him out pretty easy in this deck. It's stupidity at its finest.
They just copy the levels of other Constellars, though.
Either on the field or in the graveyard, so you could Pollux, cost, double increase cost, increase Pollux, copy one of them. And there you go. There's that 3 level 5 dude.
Which helps me get from at least rank 3 to rank 6 exceeds in this deck pretty quick.
Oh yeah, because you can cost double increase and copy.
Yeah.
It's stupid. The deck's ridiculous. Let's go. 1 Russell Hog.
Yeah, Rassal Hog, so I can tribute him off and special summon face-up defense another Constellar in the grave.
So, once again, pretty much anything that he needs it to be. And
either way, it's a light deck, you gotta have
because you're only allowed one and should never have to play more than one. And it's ultra rare. So shiny. Why not?
Oh yeah. On to the spells. 3 Star Cradles. They may negate your battle phase, but they're great for grabbing at least like a Pollux or a cost out of the grave.
Yeah. Pollux and or cost.
Yeah.
So basically, if you overlay for an exceed and then it dies, or if you go Pollux cost, increase both the levels, play these, use his effect, detach, send something back. All right, your opponent's turn, do the same thing. He dies on your opponent's turn. Oh well, Star Cradle brings it back. You use his effect again. It's really stupid.
Fire Formation 10 key, so I can get cost in my hand easily.
Yeah, it's a little bit of search power.
And it gives my Beast Warriors like cost and Omega, an extra 100 attack. Rhoda, so I can get Pollux to my hand.
Yeah, another search power. The entire, go with it. You know what it is. You want to say it. The heavy hole reborn. There it is. It's a butthole joke.
You make my cards seem kind of gay over here again.
Nothing like a butthole don't mean none.
Pot of Avarice, because it helps me get my at least 5 cards back to my deck. Especially my exceeds I want to reuse.
Like the ones that you don't have 3 of?
Yeah. On those dead draws type of things.
Yeah. The first turn duality is fun. The second turn duality is not as good sometimes. But it's whatever. It's duality.
2 MSDs.
Because back row.
For fuck's sake.
1 trap stun. Because who needs to roll decree when you can keep using your traps after that turn?
Yeah. A threatening roar for those times where your field's cleared.
Like if you Sheraton, if you just first turn Sheraton, search, protect it for a turn. Good enough.
One call the haunted for just those.
Just in case situations.
Yeah, situational things happen. Like from parentals.
Oh yeah. Every now and then you gotta bust a TT. A titty. Haha, you get it.
Double bottomless for like a good fuck she in, fuck BLS.
Another butthole joke.
Definitely compulses.
Because Pulse says fuck Stardust. You know, if you've already been against the Shein and it's done negated one, you can fuck it. Because most of the time Mikatama doesn't protect it.
Exactly.
Alright. And that's the whole main deck, ain't it?
On to the extra deck now.
Yeah, it is.
One Hades, because you only really need is one.
Yeah, and he's kind of troll a little bit. You know, switch all this shit.
Detach one.
I got the hiccups.
One Starliege, detach two Exceeds.
All kinds of crazy shit happens.
Oh yeah.
I don't like these hiccups, but he's shiny. I like him.
10 Archduke.
Because he's troll. Hey, look at him. He looks so fucking stupid.
Shockmaster, because
he's
says
Shockmaster.
Fuck a lot of trap cards.
Says fuck all kinds of things. It's brutal in wind-ups and shit like this. It's ridiculous.
2 Precepts, just because they're a small honest a bit.
Yeah, who needs honest when you got Precept?
When you can detach one and give another Constellar an extra 1,000 attack during the damage step.
Yeah. So, it's pretty ridiculous. Doesn't need to happen, but it is.
2 Omegas, because they're a lance for the deck. They
or
protect
Pandemic.
Because they protect all the other Constellars from spell and trap card effects.
So imagine Pandemic with 2,400 attack. Don't like it, do you?
Evil Swarm Ouroboros.
Because it can happen.
Because it can happen.
Yeah.
Because
If you can shock lock, you can Ouroboros.
Yeah,
or you can infect. We'll call it infect. If you can shock lock, you can infect.
Because this deck can go into a lot of
like level 4s and
level
shit.
4s.
And
3 Pleiades, you gotta have at least 3.
Because it just happens too often.
That, and it always sends shit back to your hand.
Says fuck Stardust. Adrius, because it can happen.
Because it's just a blow-up card.
Says fuck Dark Worlds mostly.
Photon Strike Bouncer, fuck effects, especially Shein.
Yeah, says fuck Shein. Alright, and we discussed this beforehand, and he doesn't have the other cards that he'd probably need for it, but I'm going to let him use them for this video. These are the 2 cards that he said he'd probably use in the deck. It's Constellar Ptolemy Messier 7, that's what M7 stands for if you don't know it, and then Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, because Ptolemy can go over any of the Constellars. You can summon a Constellar, exceed, use its effect, then overlay for him. You won't be able to use this effect, but he'll become 2,700.
At least not for the first turn he's summoned anyways.
Yeah, you won't be able to, that turn. But, you'll be able to attack with him for 27 instead of like 19 like Hades. And then you got Gaia Dragon where you can overlay, like, it's something that I told him. You could go for like Pleiades, use his effect, detach, bounce something back, over Ptolemy Messier 7 over him. And then after, your next turn, bounce something else back, and then Gaia Dragon. So he'll lose 100 attack, but he gains piercing.
Yeah.
So shit hits the fan pretty hard around here. And that's about it, ain't it? Anything else that you want to comment about it? Like anything else?
Well, some people would actually honestly run Tensu in the deck so you can re-normal summon another cost by that turn, or an extra Tenki or 2.
Yeah, but what are the odds of having another cost unless you play another Tenki?
Yeah.
So by only playing one, I'd only run one anyway. So it's whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. And
So
I don't really heavily rely on Tensu anyways, because for some reason with my deck, I can abnormally get cost in my hand pretty quick.
Except for the day, you kind of had bullshit with that.
Yeah.
But the other day, he started with all 3 of them. Even after I cut his deck, so shit hit the fan pretty hard that day. So here we are. This is Zane Blood or whatever the fuck it is, and this guy, it's Trollviathan 666. I'm gonna say this shit correctly. There's too much big red in my system, and Furball.
And for our lovely friend who was asleep, this cat.
Yeah, where's he at? Come on, let's see if we can get him. Yeah, there he is. There's a little fucker. This cat apparently, he puked on Chase's on his pillow last night while he was asleep.
Show him his pedestal where he was sitting at.
Yeah, he was sitting right over here,
right
and he puked all over his box fan, and it was a fur ball or whatever.
Oh,
but I don't know. You can tell and he I don't know. We ain't gonna call it for that, but yeah, you can see He got that pretty wet. Chase wasn't laying on it at the time.
Until he rolled over it.
That's why I said at the time, but it's whatever. But yeah, that's about it. Whatever, you guys have a good day or night or whatever the fuck, wherever you are. Signing out.